And we're live, so Minaru's playing Genshin. Haggis is vibing here, and I'm sick, so
I'm also playing Genshin.
we have two people playing Genshin and me being live while I'm sick, so
Yeah.
that's how well this stream is going to be going. Let's see. So this game is called The Test. I haven't actually seen anything about this. I just know that it's a swoopy game. And this background noise is really loud, so let's just start it. Now, in order to begin, this is the most important part of this entire experience. You will be asked a series of questions and you must answer them honestly. Now, when I say answer them honestly, I don't mean answer them how you'd like to answer them. Answer the truth, even if that's hard to face. We all want to be good people. We really want to admit our own faults, grievances, or mistakes. But you must decide what you truly want. Do you want this to work properly? Do you want the truth about yourself, your destiny in this world? Or would you rather live a lie and hide it from yourself? No. The process is very simple in theory, just answer a long series of questions. What's difficult is self-analyzing your own psyche to evaluate the truths in your mind, in your own mind and life, so that you can predict your future. You see, as long as you're honest with these questions and answers, you'll be able to see your own future. This will tell you things you already know, but don't necessarily know that you know. As long as the answers you provide to the questions are asked are 100% honest and true, this process will simply unlock a part of your mind that you do not have natural access to. This isn't psychic. This isn't a personality test. This is simply nature. This is you. This is your own mind. This is simply nature taking its course. This is the human brain at work unlocking hidden truths within itself. Perhaps if I weren't sick, I'd voice act this, but no. While attempting to answer many of these questions, you'll often wonder things like, well, this answer depends on circumstances. Create your own circumstances in your mind and answer the questions with a simple yes or no as you see fit. You may not understand or nor realize it, but your mind will develop the situation required to answer your question the way it needs to be answered. I invite you to grab a drink of water, sit back, relax, and enjoy the experience. We are about to begin with a series of questions, and provided that you are still willing participant, we'll be unlocking some substantial information today. Here we go. Would you be alright with living alone forever? With living alone forever, huh? I'd say probably not. As introverted as I am, I do like the company of people. Do you like the color blue more than the color black? No. If you found money on the street and knew who it belonged to, would you give it back to them? Yes. Are you sure you want the answers that you seek? Sure. Are you afraid of spiders? Yes. If you knew you would emerge unscathed, would you jump into molten lava? No. Would you consider yourself to be fat? No.
Yes. Would
you say that you have lots of charisma? No. Have you ever wished you could be temporarily frozen? No. This is all very interesting. Do you realize that the last letter of the previous 5 questions, when put together, spelled the name Satan? No. Does that make you uncomfortable? Honestly, no. Are you good at finding hidden puzzles or clues? I'd like to say yes, but saying you didn't notice that, no. Yeah. Are you not wondering what other hidden messages are placed within these questions? Yes. Have you been entirely honest with your answers thus far? Yes. Are you afraid of the consequences for answering questions dishonestly? No. Were you aware that there could be potential consequences for answering dishonestly? No.
Kirby, why is Cupcake in my room?
No. Would you consider yourself captivated? No. Very interesting. Would you consider yourself to be brave? No. I'm a wimp. Do you view yourself as someone with above average intelligence? No. Have you been looking for hidden messages in these questions? Honestly, no. Even though I know they're probably there. Are you wondering which hidden messages you may have missed? Yes, but I'm honestly not paying attention to hidden messages. Have you begun to wonder how long this test will take or how many questions exist in this session? Honestly, no, I hadn't. Would you consider yourself to be a patient person? Yes. Do most humans annoy you? Honestly, yes. No. I'm an atheist. Do you fear death? Kind of. So yeah. Are you attracted to someone you are not currently in a relationship with? No. Did you answer that list? Question with 100% honesty? Yes. Are you alone? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Have I told you with
right now.
uncertainty that something is watching you? Would you believe me? Yes, because I'm on Twitch. Dante, hi Dante. Have you wondered who I am? I'm assuming you're the person sitting there, so no. Have you shivers at any point during this session? No. Do you feel like you're being watched? No. Have you
Yeah, you
considered
are.
quitting the session early?
There's like
No.
2 people watching you.
Yeah.
Do you drink water every day? Yes. Do you eat at least once per day? Every day? Yes. Do you realize that you've missed 7 hidden messages thus far? Sure, yeah.
No.
I'm wondering what they were.
You barely
Sure.
eat a day.
Would it bother you never find knowing with Would it bother you to never know without finding them yourself? No. Is your favorite number 7? No. Life is short, but it's the longest thing we'll ever do. Do you agree?
No.
Sure. Oranges cannot be compared to apples. Do you agree? No, because they're both fruits. They can be compared. They can be compared, so no. Venus is sometimes referred to as the morning star. I do know that. Everyone deserves a second chance. Sure. You can do anything you put your mind to. As long as it's within the realm of realism, yes. Obedience is more important than freedom. No. Underwater adventures sound like a fun time. Kinda, yeah. Let's say yeah. Just the first letter of the previous 8 questions spelled out the phrase, I love you. No, I did not notice that. Do you wish to be loved? Sure. Do you have any addictions? No. I don't
Yeah,
think
you
so.
do.
Do you dislike the
PR's
color
dead.
pink? No, I don't dislike the color pink. Does the color gray seem depressing? No, I quite like the color gray. Do you enjoy loud music? Yeah. Do you like to dance? Yeah. Would you consider yourself normal? No, I'm weird. I'm not like other girls. Ooh, ooh. You love your parents? No. Screw them.
I'm kind of basic.
Wow.
Have you ever been lied to? Yes. Do you get
To
angry
be honest,
often?
I'm kind of basic.
No.
Oh,
Do you
basic.
hold grudges? Yes, I do hold grudges. Have you ever forgiven
Wow, I
someone?
still remember
Yes.
that now.
Have you ever lied? Yes. Do you think flowers are
That's a
more beautiful
lie.
than trees? Yes. Have you ever wanted to be an animal instead of a person? Honestly, yes. Not in a furry way, though. Do you believe you have psychic powers? Absolutely not. Have you ever seen a ghost? I don't believe in ghosts. Do you dream often? Not really, no. Do you have nightmares often? No, but if I dream, they are nightmares typically, so no? Does that count as a no? I'll count that as a no. Do you suffer from anxiety attacks? Yeah, sometimes. Do you suffer from depression? Yes. Do you exercise and stay after? No, I do not. Would you consider yourself emotionally wounded? Sure. Have you ever felt betrayed? Definitely. Do you feel lost in life? Oh, aren't we all? Would you consider yourself a natural leader? No.
Not
Push a
being
button
so
to destroy the
edgy.
world. Would you press it? Destroy the world? No. Do you sometimes dream of being a hero? No, not really. I just want to stay in my own bubble. Have you ever been bullied? Yes. Have you ever bullied someone else? I don't think so. Like, actually bullied? I don't think so.
Indirectly.
Would you consider yourself to be a dreamer? No. Do you sometimes hurt people's feelings unintentionally? We all do. Do you find space fascinating? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be an artist? I do commissions, so yes. Would I consider myself to be a good friend? I'd like to think so. I hope so. Would you consider yourself to be flawed? Duh, we're all flawed. Do you believe in perfection? Not really, no. Have you stolen from someone? No. Would you ever kill someone under any
Liar.
circumstance?
You stole Tiger's heart.
Well, any circumstance. If it says any circumstance, then yes, technically. Would I kill somebody in self-defense? If it's self-defense, perhaps. So I'll count that as a yes. If it's under any circumstance, that includes self-defense, so yes. If you had one day to live, would you tell anyone? Probably not, no. Have you ever told your darkest secrets to someone? Yeah. Kind of. Do you trust me even though you know nothing about me? Sure, yeah. Do you know who I am? No. If I appeared behind you right now, would you scream? No. If I told you that I've been behind you the entire time, then would that scare you? Yes. Do you consider yourself to be empathetic? A bit, so let's say yes. Would you consider yourself to be romantic? No. Have you been in a physical fight? No. Are you prone to headaches or migraines? No. Do you look at the ground when you walk? Yes. Are you attracted to the opposite sex? I'm not attracted to any sex, so technically no. Would you ever shave your head? Attracted to muscular bodies? Not
Do
really.
you ever shave your head? That's
Do you ever
funny.
dance when no one's looking? Yes. Do you trust your best friend entirely? Yes. Do you remember your childhood extremely well? Not really, no. Would you rob
Wait,
a
who's
bank
your
if you
best
could get
friend,
away
though?
with it? Aishi.
Wow. Alright, tigers.
I've known her since 6th grade.
Alright, tigers.
Do you ever dream about running from a killer? No, but I do get intrusive thoughts about crashing my car. So, those ones are fun. Do you ever dream about falling off a cliff? No. Do you ever dream about being naked in public? No. Do you enjoy scary movies or books? Yes. Do you enjoy comedic television shows or movies? Yes. Do you like being in the center of attention? No. Do you feel like something is always watching you? No. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to go in space? Have you ever had an out-of-body experience? No. Have you ever punched a nun?
Yes.
No. Do you like dogs better than cats? No. Do you prefer to read more than watch movies? No. Are you still wondering why I asked you if you've ever punched a nun? Honestly, yeah. Do you get starstruck easily? No. Do you hate going to big parties and social gatherings? Yes. Is your favorite part of the birthday receiving presents? No. Seriously though, have you ever punched a nun? Like really, just bam, right in the face. Nun punch. No. Did you laugh? No. Did you say what the F in your head are even allowed? No. Are you now eager to somehow get the opportunity to punch a nun sometime soon? No. If there is a hell, do you think you're going to it? Sure. Do you enjoy fantasy fiction games? Yeah. Do you masturbate frequently? No. Are you wondering what constitutes frequently?
Why are you lying?
No. I'm more than slightly uncomfortable right now.
It's a test.
Sure, a bit, yeah. Is your mouth dry? Oh, no. Well, the answer would be no, but I accidentally clicked yes. Does profanity make you uncomfortable? A bit, yeah. Do you believe in legendary beasts? No.
You
Are you pro with
masturbate
money management?
frequently?
No. Do you enjoy solving mathematical puzzles? I do. Do you speak more than one language
Nice.
fluently? No, I do not. Have you ever visited a country other than your own?
Be honest.
Technically, I'll say yes, because I was born in another country. Do you enjoy coffee? No. Do you believe in demons? No. Do you believe in angels? No. Are you afraid of sharks? No. Do you prefer baths over showers? No. Does the smell of perfume or cologne give you headaches? No. Did you see that shadow move in your room a few moments ago? No. Do you ever hear your name being called out even though you know no one's calling it? Yes. Do things in your room often go missing and reappear later? Not really, no. Do you ever hear footsteps around when you're alone? Yeah. But I also live in an apartment, but do you hear random knocking around noises around you? Sure. Do you often look at the same time on the clock every day? No. Have you felt your feet being grabbed at night when you're sleeping? No. Do you have any pets? Yes, I do. Is your favorite color green? Oh, I clicked yes. I meant to click no. Are you attracted to a family member? No. Would you share the money if I won the lottery? Would I share the money? Sure, yeah. If you could be the dictator of your own country, would you accept the role? No, too much responsibility. Do you ever wonder what it's like to be in prison? Not really. Do you like fishing? Yeah. Especially in video games. Do you like hunting? No. Do you like camping? Not really. Do you like guns? No. Are you getting tired of answering questions? No. Would you consider yourself to be kinky? No. Eyes are the windows to the soul. Do you agree? Not really. Do you always keep your promises? I'd like to think I do. Would you ever completely trust somebody who's lied to you? No. Are you an only child? No. Do you ever enjoy being drunk? Yeah. Do you like tattoos? Yes. Do you enjoy being high in any form? I've never been high, so I'll say no. Do you believe you have a soul? No, not really. Did you cry this week? I don't think I have. No. Are you upset with someone right now? Definitely, yeah. Is someone you're not being completely
Wow.
honest with
Tigers.
daily?
I know.
To a degree, yeah.
What did I do?
Do you understand how this works yet? No. If you answer questions twice, your truths may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about the time you spend answering them. The combination you answer them is about many different variables you'd never guess. Do you understand? Yeah. I'm wondering if the end of the test is coming soon based on the previous question you just answered. Not really. I'm assuming it's going to go on for a while. If I were to tell you this entire process was planted here for you, specifically you, to learn something about yourself, and anyone else that bothers using this is just a byproduct of its intention, would you believe that? No. Are you afraid of being abandoned? Yeah. Are you afraid of dying alone? Kinda. Do you worry that one day you'll unexpectedly be murdered? Yep. It's called intrusive thoughts. Are you always on guard, waiting to fend off an attack? No. Do you feel like I know you yet? Not really. Have you heard any strange noise while answering these questions? No. Whether you skip questions, answered honestly or dishonestly, took loads of time to respond, or answered quickly without reading or understanding properly, I'll be able to tell. I'm calculating your results. I'm analyzing you carefully. I'm judging you. Thanks. This is what I can conclude. People would do really well to start taking you a bit more seriously and listen to you a lot more often. Your intelligence is incredibly underrated, even by your own standards. Oh, that's nice. If a zombie apocalypse ever occurred, you'd be everyone's best friend because their relationship with you wouldn't be an option. It would simply be a necessity to survive. I like to think that I would die first in a zombie apocalypse, so excuse you, sir.
I mean, Zomboid says otherwise.
Zomboid says that I would die first, definitely. You have so much to offer to this world and those around you, but you absolutely must make your talents and knowledge readily available. People are too afraid to ask you for your opinion oftentimes. Even when they do, they're afraid of your truths. You're not like others. You're special. Not everyone is going to cut it in this life. That's just an unfortunate fact. But you on the other hand, are going to thrive no matter what happens. You've got what it takes to take on any project to the next level, whether it's working on your own or as part of a team. You're underrated. You're underappreciated, and you're optimistic. I feel like this game's trying to, like, you know what I mean when people are like, man, I understand you, so you should do this for me. I feel like that's what this game's working up towards. It's not fair, but life isn't fair, and it never will be. Life will always be what you make it, and you've got some insane amounts of potential. Ultimately, it's still up to you what you do with it. One thing I will say, however, is that you need to snap out of the false reality that you tend to live in sometimes. The world you've managed to escape in your head, while much better than the world around you, is not going to get you anywhere in life. Actions are what make things happen. Actions will take you to the next level, and not just sitting in your head. All day long, let this be the swift kick in the butt you need to be productive and take things to the next level. Don't waste any more time. Just kick butt. Your secret word is order. Remember this word. This will come in handy. Order. Huh. So my secret word is order. Take the secret word that was assigned to you at the end of your session. Leave it in a comment for us. We will be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in a future project we're currently working on. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be a part of history. A chance for you to be part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in your comments. If you do not wish to be part of an upcoming project, simply leave out your simple word in the comments and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave and we will read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking the time to answer. I know they've been some help to you, and if they haven't yet, then trust me, they will very soon. Huh. Odd, but okay.
That it?
Yeah, but they wanted me to leave a comment that says order. What does it mean by comment? What do you mean by comment, huh?
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna turn this game down a bit more again because it's really loud actually. Never mind, my volume mixer is just gonna stop working. Oh, somebody else got order too. So a lot of people got different secret words. Angel, fantasy, power, power, power. A lot of people got power. This was posted in 2020. It's like a good 2 years ago. It seems like there's like 2 more of these. Hold on a moment here. We're a little sick right now, but it's okay. Okay, let's close that out. There are actually 2 more games in this, or 2 more games at least that are under the name of the test. The other names of the games that they have seem to be something like as we don't know, but there's the test's final revelation, and there is the test hypothesis rising, and I do intend to play them. We can actually play them now because the stream has only been going on for like 20 minutes, so it hasn't even been that long. So I feel like we should let's do them in order, right? So hypothesis final revelation was 2020, October 17th, 2020. Hypothesis rising was April 27th. So that means hypothesis rising should be the one we play first, right?
Mm.
Yeah, so let's do hypothesis rising first. That first game was pretty fun in my opinion. I actually liked it quite a bit. The Lost Calf. Welcome to the stream, first time viewer. What's up? I see ya. I see a little emoji, or a little peek. We're sick today, so this voice, if you do tune in a bit more regularly, this voice is not the voice you should be expecting. I'm speaking very quietly. I've turned my mic up actually so that you guys can hear me speak a bit better, just in case I am too quiet. Okay, let's turn this audio down a bit because it's pretty loud as well. I don't understand why some of the like it has an option to always dash, and I'm like a bit confused about that. Hold on, let me rename this real quick to just live scene, and then I should do this. It wasn't letting me game capture it last time, so I'm gonna screen capture it. Is this working? No. Frick. There it goes. Okay. Hope I feel better. Thank you. I took off of work today, but we're doing a stream anyway. We have 2 people on the call. They're just not really talking right now.
Meh.
But for experiencing the test hypothesis rising, it's highly recommended that you've played the prequel, the test, first before venturing into this experience. We just played that. You'll stand to gain a lot more from this experience if you've played the test first, and this examination will also make a bit more sense as it carries on from where the last examination left off. I would like to urge you to go and play the test, but now before venturing forward and follow the instruction listed throughout the game, as you'll certainly get a bigger benefit overall by taking the test in the order they were meant to be taken in. Would you like to close this game now? I've already played the test. Wonderful news, we can continue.
To me.
What?
To me, Markiplier.
Oh.
Hello, and welcome to my office. It is truly a pleasure to see you here today. Please excuse the mess.
Like
I haven't had a chance to clean up yet. Well, now I don't want to take up too much of your time with blibber blabber and nonsensical speak, so I'll just get straight to the point. Sometimes we have to ask ourselves tough questions. There's one question in particular I'd like for you to ask to yourself. Are you happy? And when I say happy, I don't mean content. Being content is great, but it's not the same as being happy. I want to help you. I want to inspire you to be the best that you can be. Like $2. $1.50.
Oh, okay.
I want to inspire you to be the happiest version of yourself. I want to see you grow, inside and out. Now, how do we accomplish this? You might be asking.
Like your voices for the game.
Good question. Allow me to explain. I'm not using voices right now. I'm just talking quieter because I'm still sick.
Oh.
Your normal voice.
I'm going to ask you a serious question, and you're going to answer them with
Like
100% entire honesty. I am trying to speak a little bit more dramatically for it, but I'm also just sick, so I'm not trying any special kind of voice. And when I say 100% entire honesty, I mean 100% entire honesty. Think about it. You do want to be happy, don't you? You wouldn't want to do something as bold as tempt fate by lying, would you? Just remember, if you lie, the only person you're lying to is yourself. The only person who will suffer from this is you. And believe me, you will suffer. Not to mention the fact that whether you tell the truth, I know. But that's another story. Let's be moving on, shall we? We've wasted enough time explaining what we're going to be doing.
Wait till we all go.
Oh.
Just remember, we all want to be good people. We all want to give the answers that we feel in the most desirable human traits within ourselves. But sometimes good people do bad things, and sometimes we don't
gotta
always have the
wash.
desirable traits as humans. I cannot express enough just how important it is to be truly honest while answering these questions, no matter how uncomfortable the truth may be. Now it's time to get into the real meat of this experiment. It's time for you to get the advice that you deserve. As you read these questions and scenarios
kids.
during the process, I want you to...
Tigers.
My goodness.
Okay, kids.
I want you to create your own circumstances and build your own bridges to arrive at. The answer must suit you. The answer that best suits your own psyche. If you've never experienced the scenario being asked of you, then simply imagine that you have and try to assume how you might feel in that situation. Oh. My formatting is slightly off, I just now noticed. Hold on.
Not this. Hey, buddy. Can you get the fuck away from the door? Yikes.
This
Can
is
you
as
shut
close
your
as the game's
face?
going to get, probably.
He looks at me. It's like, what'd you tell me? Fuck you.
There we go. That's like as close as the frame is gonna get. I'd like to invite you to pour a glass of water, sit back and relax as we unfold your fate and the secret to your overcoming the next hurdle in your life. We're going to start with some basic easy questions. And here we go.
Bustin'.
If you answer these questions twice, your advice may change. It's not just about answering the questions, it's about many different variables. Many different factors are at play here, including the amount of time taking to answer proposed questions. With that being said, it is far more important to actually take your time and think about how honest of an answer you're giving before you give it. Whatever you do, do not rush the process. Time is your best friend here. You'll see what I mean soon enough. Do you feel uncomfortable right now? No?
We should watch.
Are you nervous? No?
Getting goosebumps.
Do you feel cold? No?
Like the old ones?
Do you feel sad?
Yeah.
Sad right now? No. No, not now.
Beware.
Have you ever
you're in
hurt
for a
someone
scare.
because you're hurting, even though they didn't deserve it? I can't think of any time I've consciously done that, but I'm sure I've probably done that at some point unintentionally. Do you crave acceptance by others? Yes. Well, not crave. Crave is a bit of a strong word, but... Have you ever lost a loved one? No. Do you know what heartbreak feels like? No. Because I am asexual and aromantic. Do you believe in demons? No.
That's cheating.
Yeah.
You're using
Do you believe in
exploits.
curses? No. Do you consider yourself to be spiritual?
Arrow.
No. Are you afraid of dying alone? Yes. If there was undeniable proof that ghost was haunting you, would you continue to live in your home? I mean, I live in an apartment, so technically no, but at home.
Yes.
I can be friends with the ghosts. Have you ever been seen an object mysteriously moved without being touched?
Casper.
No.
Casper the Friendly Ghost.
Do you believe that it's
Let's
possible
go
for a
watch them
game to
movies.
summon supernatural forces into your life without you knowing it? No. Would you like to make more friends? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend?
Same.
I think so. Do you feel lonely? No, not really. I have a lot of people around to talk to me. Oh. Do you make
I'm
friends
lonely.
easily? I think I do. Do you tend to avoid drama
In a
where
certain
possible?
way.
Yes. Have you ever had a near-death experience?
It's been a
No.
month now.
Do you like horror movies? They're kind of cheesy, so not really. This is all very interesting.
That's
Have
why
you
you have
played
Jill.
the test? Yes. That's the
No, but Jill
spirit.
can't do the same things
Have
she
you played the
can do.
horoscope?
I mean,
No.
you put the lotion on her.
Give it a whack. I'm totally not biased or anything.
I don't
Do you
use
watch
lotion,
porn?
maybe that's it.
No.
Why are you
Would you
lying?
consider yourself to be a hard
Oh
worker?
my god.
I'd like to think I'm a hard worker. Do you have a low opinion of yourself? I think we all do pretty much. Would you consider yourself to be a
We'll
competent
just play
person?
videotekers
No.
in Tennessee and just leave
Would
her
you help let
neighbor
an
in.
old lady cross the street even if you're running late for an appointment? Yes.
come back.
Would you kill all of your
See
neighbor's
if we
pets
can
just to save
smell
one of your
anything
own?
fishy.
What?
No.
Nothing.
Have you ever tried to smother
Put a-
yourself with a pillow to
Put
see
a
if you could
video in
actually
the
suffocate
back. That's what I
yourself?
heard. That's it.
No.
The video.
Have you ever been caught
Okay.
dancing when you thought no one was watching? No.
Leave
Have
her
you
in
ever
the
tried to
room.
roll your eyes back so far just to see if they'd
See
really
if we
get
smell
stuck?
anything fishy.
No. Have you ever played a practical joke that you regret pulling on somebody? No, I don't think so. I'm not a big person who, like, are you streaming live right now? Yes. Well, hello there, audience. Are you recording this
Wow.
gameplay session right now? I'm not recording, I'm just streaming on Twitch, so no. If I told you that I was watching you play this game right now, would you believe me? I mean,
You do kind of record at the same time, though.
True. I mean, you're in the game. So, like, yes, you're in the game. If you've left a comment for me at any point in time, I've read your words. Does that bother you? No. If you've left a comment from me, does it make you feel positive that I've paid attention to what you've taken the time to write?
Bitch.
Sure. But I haven't, so I guess I'll put no because I haven't.
I bet you Twitch streamers be like, oh my god, how did he know I was streaming? It's not like it's scripted or anything.
Like, no. Do you understand that no matter what, I appreciate you? Sure. I really do. Are you afraid of snakes? No. Oh, I accidentally clicked yes. Frick. What?
No.
Do you believe in magic? No. Have you cried in the last month? In the last month, oh, definitely. Do you have a hero?
Tigers is magic.
No.
He can control air.
Do you typically learn from your mistakes?
Nibbles.
I'd like to say I learned from my mistakes, but I still hang
This is
out
one
around
your
toxic
character.
people, so
It can become hard.
I'll say yes. Do you enjoy outdoor activities? Kind of.
Like that one?
Sure. Do you consider yourself to be lazy? A bit lazy, yeah. Do you sometimes find it difficult to stay motivated? That's called depression, my friend. Do you put the needs of others before yourself? I've been starting to learn to put the needs of myself first, but typically yes. Put your family and friends. What? Sometimes you have to put you first.
Yeah.
There are many situations in which case you gotta put
Fuck
you
you.
first.
Do it. Fuck me then.
Would your family and friends describe you as kind? Do you guys describe me as kind?
Yeah.
Then yes.
No comment.
Have you ever cheated in a relationship? No.
Depends on the person.
Have you been cheated on in a relationship? No. Would you consider yourself to be judgmental? Yes.
What do you mean? You're always cheating on me.
I see.
You cheated on me
Are
yesterday.
you here to someone else? I don't think I'm.
Unfaithful.
Oh, frick. I accidentally put yes. I meant to click no. I don't think I'm a hero to anyone else. Do you love
Cheated
animals?
on me yesterday.
Yes.
Yes.
Have you found a family member on Tinder and wanted to hit them with a super like just to make that stuff really awkward? No.
Dude, that'd be so awkward.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Me neither.
That'd be so awkward
Do
to
you
find
enjoy
somebody
drinking
on Tinder
alcohol?
that you know.
Yes. Are you intoxicated right now? No.
Then
Well,
it'd
that makes
become
one of
a
us. There you go.
weird scene on a certain site.
Do you like the phrase sneaky snake? Yes, sneaky
You know what I
sneaky
mean?
snake. Are these questions a bit strange to you? No, because I played the other game just now. Do you have a vivid imagination? Kind of,
You
not
finished
really
the
though.
other game?
Yeah. This is the second game right here.
Fuck.
Oh, frick. I clicked something. Do you consider yourself to be antisocial? Yes. Do you hold a grudge
think
for
you're
long periods
not.
of time? Yeah. Have you ever urinated
not
in public?
antisocial.
In a public
Yes.
bathroom? Yes. Does this mean in a public bathroom? Because if it means in a public bathroom, then yes. I'm going to assume you mean in a bathroom. Do you like pineapple on your pizza? No. Would you consider yourself to be selfish? In some degrees, yes. We're all a bit selfish. Do you think you've got a big ego? I clicked yes! I keep accidentally clicking things. No, I'm not kinky. Would you consider yourself to be religious?
What?
No. I make kinky jokes.
I know, right?
You wear
Oh.
like kinky outfits,
Mm.
technically, to an extent.
If you had to kill someone to save your own life, but you knew they didn't
Fishnets
deserve it,
are
would you do it?
ripple.
No. Interesting.
Tigers?
Mhm.
Would you sacrifice your own life for a complete stranger? It depends on if this stranger deserves it, but sure.
Tigers?
What?
Even more
She wouldn't
interesting.
sacrifice her life for you.
What?
Wow.
I didn't say that.
That's
What?
fine.
Have you ever been inside of a burning
I
building?
don't want my
No.
life anyway.
Have you been to a funeral? Yes.
I don't have
If you
it.
could attend your own
Let
funeral
me
before you died,
die.
would you take the
Want
opportunity
to
to
buy
do so?
Tiger's life.
No, let's not attend my own funeral. If you could see into the future, but were told that it would
Crazy.
only reveal the absolute
Crazy.
worst of what's in store for you, would you still look? No. If you had the power to stop time, would you
I wanna
use
go
it to
to
do
the
something
mall
you know
in
you shouldn't
Tennessee
do?
when we go over there.
No. If you had the power to remove one person from Earth, never to return again, would you use it? No.
Yeah, you would.
If I told you that I understand you better than yourself, would you believe me? No.
Never
If someone
finished
threatened to
this
kill
one.
you, would your first response be to react to violence? No. If a stranger stole money from you to support their drug addiction, would you forgive them if they apologize to you?
No.
No.
Wow.
To support their addiction, they stole money from me, a complete stranger.
Yeah. Forgiveness, Harisu. Forgiveness.
If a family member said something nasty about you behind your back, would you confront them about it directly? No. No.
Wow.
What? I'm not a confrontational person. So no. If you had to eat raw squirrel brains for 3 days to stay alive, would you do it? Well, after the
I'd
first
rather
day.
die.
No, I'd probably throw it all up anyway. I wouldn't live. No.
Raw squirrel brains.
If you woke up tomorrow and none of your family remembered who you were, would you choose to leave to start a new life? Yeah. If a homeless man was currently sick, freezing, and utterly miserable in the rain, would you be willing to give him your clothes and walk home naked? Sure.
No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't walk home naked.
If somebody really, really needed it, yeah. He's lying there freezing in the rain, sick.
Alright then, I'm gonna be freezing outside. Need all your clothes.
Let's go to Tennessee. I'm freezing. I'm freezing recently.
I'm freezing, alright, so this is totally not a plot for tigers.
If someone accidentally hit you in their car, but you suffered no injuries whatsoever, would you still be upset?
Wink wink, tigers,
It would
wink,
depend
wink.
on the reason that they hit me. If they hit me because they were on their phone, then yeah, I'd be pretty freaking mad. I'd say yes, because if they hit me accidentally, it better be a freaking good reason why they accidentally hit somebody.
I'm all cheeked out right now.
Have you looked for any hidden meanings or messages within these questions? No. Maybe you should have been. I wonder
No,
if there's a
cheeked
deeper meaning
out.
to all of this other than just simply
Yeah.
answering question after question.
Why
Sure.
not?
Miracles happen every
What do you
day.
mean by
Do you
that?
agree? No. Umbrellas aren't worth lugging around and you don't mind
You know
getting
what I
rained
mean
on.
by
Do you
that.
agree? No. Red is a prettier color than pink. Do you agree? Sure. Do you ever feel like a plastic bag wanting to start again? Infinite people can be awkward. Do you agree? Kinda, yeah. Oh, somebody followed. The Lost Calf. Thank you for following. I may be back. I'm not really feeling well either. Oh, well, I hope you feel a bit better. Lost Calf, thanks for joining in for the time that you did. Rings used as a
Like your
ceremonial
emo.
wedding device are so outdated. Do you agree? Kind of. You like the emote? I'm glad.
Oh god.
Did you realize that the first letter of the last 6 question when combined spells out the word murder? No.
Okay, just help me
Do you
fix
know
my
why
Twitch
that is?
account.
No.
Oh, it's what you
Does
got.
that make you slightly uncomfortable? Honestly, no. Are you going to start paying attention to what you may have gotten yourself into? Nah. Do you realize it's too late to
Other
turn
one.
back now? I'm here. Do you hear someone in your room? No.
Oh.
Do you see the shadows closing in? No. Do you feel like you're being watched? No. Did you look around your room a moment ago? No. Do you like long walks on the beach? Yes, I do. Do you enjoy giving gifts to people? I do. Have you ever felt like giving up on life? Yes. Do you love your family more than you love yourself?
Veggie.
Yes.
I don't like my
Did I send
family.
you those links last time?
Do you have a best friend who is clearly better
Yeah.
than the rest of your friends? I don't want to rank anybody as better than other people. Do you think there's some kind of conspiracy behind the
Tigers.
coronavirus?
Doesn't want to
What?
tell you the truth.
Yeah. Never want to tell me the truth.
I am
I'm the
human.
best.
Nice little Nas ass in my face.
If you could turn invisible, but you could never be visible again after you've decided to use your power for the first time, would you ever use it? Sure. If you knew someone was
Back to
about to rob a
back,
convenience store, but you knew that they were doing it to feed their family, would you stop them? Yes, I'd probably just offer them some like... I'd offer to get them something in return for them not doing that.
Doing what?
Robbing a convenience store to feed their family. If I knew they were gonna do it, I'd be like, hey, I'd be willing to pay for your meal this time or something, you know?
Hmm.
So yeah, I'd
What
stop them from
about
robbing them because they could get put in
next
jail. See if I can help them find jobs or something.
What if they need like a large sum of money for a surgery for one of their family members?
Well then,
Wait, your dad.
if you're stranded on a remote island with a stranger and you're both starving to death, but you found a secret stash of food that they didn't know about them, would you share it with them? Yeah. If you could turn into an eagle for a year, but you wouldn't be able to turn back into a person until that 1 year has passed, would you do it? No. If you had the opportunity to earn riches beyond your wildest dreams by fighting a grizzly bear to death using nothing but a machete and an army helmet, would you do it? No. If you had to pick one basic food item to eat exclusively for an entire year, would you choose potatoes? Sure. If pizza screamed in agony every time you bit into a piece, would you still continue to eat pizza? No. If your best friend got bit in the genitals by a highly venomous snake... Kirby literally asked this question.
Would you do it?
Kirby literally
Would you do
asked
it?
this question.
Answer.
Sure. To save their
You'd
life?
suck the venom out.
Yeah? Was that question difficult to answer? No, it's to save their life. Do you feel mortal? Yes.
Tigers, we gotta get a
Time to
snake.
go get a bit. Yeah.
Do you enjoy loud
Time to go
music?
get bit.
Yes. You feel awkward when you dance in front of others? Yes. Do you suffer from an anxiety disorder? I don't know if it's a disorder. I definitely suffer from anxiety. I wouldn't classify myself as a full disorder, but I feel like even saying that I suffer from anxiety would count in this question, so yes. Do you ever feel depressed? Yes. You're not alone. Do you feel relaxed?
Who would have thought?
Yeah. Do you think you have a guardian angel watching over you? No. Do you ever hear your name being called and no one's called it? Yeah. I'm going to take special note of that one.
Yeah.
Do you always look both ways before crossing the road? Yes. Do you wash your hands every day? Yes. Do you feel uncomfortable using public restrooms? Yes, I do. Is winter your favorite season? No. Do you know anyone named Josh? Yes. Are you wondering why that last question is relevant? Yeah. Are you allergic to any animals? Yeah. Have you ever thought about an animal in a sexual way? No. Bestiality. Have you ever been in love? No. Would you consider yourself to be artistic? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be dominant in day-to-day life? No. Do you feel like you get too much time on your hands? Yes. Can you be easily intimidated by others? Yes. Are you easily excitable? No. Do you enjoy solving complex problems? Yes. Do you have a difficult time relaxing? Well, I said I was relaxed earlier, so yes and no, but no. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? I don't think so. Do you trust easily? No. Would you consider yourself to be an honest person? Yes. Have you ever told a lie? Yes. Have you ever lied to your best friend? Yes. Have you ever lied to your family? Yes. Have you ever lied about any answers during this session? No. I'm wondering what all these questions have to do with lying. Yes. It's a lot of very useful
remember
information.
your old number?
My old
Yeah.
what?
Alright, is this still the same number?
Yeah.
Are you a people
That's
pleaser?
like the old phone?
Yes.
Mhm.
Oh.
Do you enjoy being the center of attention? No. Do you feel like you've got a good sense of humor? I'd like to think so. Do you frighten easily? Yes.
So it's the same phone number. All you had to do is install this app, I think.
Please don't jump scare.
Let's see. Authy app.
Well, that was odd.
Yeah.
I wonder what that was about. Please don't jump scare me. I really hate jump scares. That's probably a good place for us to stop the simple segment of our questionnaire and move on to more gritty questions. Ooh. The next set of questions will not be yes or no answers. The next portion will be filled with various scenarios that put you smack dab in the middle of a vital choice making. We'll see how well you handle your options as you delve deep into each scenario. Remember, the key to all of this is to answer honestly.
Let me get my phone.
Let's get started. Well, some of these answers aren't honest because I accidentally clicked. You're home alone, it's dark, and it's drumming outside. All of a sudden, there's a knock on your bedroom door. Someone is in your house. What do you do? Grab the closest item that can be used as a weapon, ignore the knocking and hope it goes away. Ask who it is and wait. Boldly open the door to reveal it's on the other side. Very interesting choice. You meet a homeless woman on the street. She asks you for money. You find it within yourself to give her all the spare change you have. Just as you do, a homeless man approaches asking you if you can spare some change. What do you do? I'll ask her to share. Really now. Both your mother and your father fall incredibly ill to a life-threatening disease, and there's only enough medicine and facilities to save one of your parents at times of the evidence. What do you do? Give it to Dad. Give it to Dad. That doesn't surprise me.
It doesn't surprise me.
You find a case of money tucked away inside of a dumpster. Inside there's 10 solid gold coins and a vial of mysterious liquid. Under the vial there's a note that says the cure for cancer. What do you do? Turn it into a professional entity. What a wasted opportunity. I'm sorry, I know I shouldn't judge. You're stuck alone inside of your house and you're starving to death. You've completely run out of food and no one is coming to save you for weeks. Cleaning a potential source of food around these family pets. What do you do? Benny and Pudge can eat me. Why am I not surprised? The neighbor's home is on fire, a blazing inferno among smoke and mist from the windows. You hear screams for help coming from within, but you can't see past the flames. No one else is in sight. What do you do? I'd call the fire department. I like that. You're fast asleep in bed when you're awoken by what sounds like a woman's muffled cries somewhere in your room. You quickly realize that it's coming from under your bed. What do you do?
Okay. Just change. Click on continue.
A man in a fancy suit approaches you while you're walking down the street. He pulls out a watch from his pockets and hands it to you. He claims that when the watch stops ticking, it marks the moment your time runs out of this earth. What do you do? Decline the offer for the watch and keep walking. Would you now? You're sitting at home playing a game on your PC when all of a sudden someone grips and squeezes your shoulder firmly from behind. What do you do? Tell them to squeeze harder, you could use a nice massage. I'd probably immediately jump and turn around. Ha! You're sitting in the bathtub trying to relax when a hand emerges from the water. What do you do? Push it underwater and hope that you get some free hand action. Jump out of the bathroom and run as fast as you can. Clever. You get up and immediately fall down into a deep, dark hole. A man is standing above you, looking down, telling you to put lotion on your skin while he watches you. What do you do? Probably scream for help. Smart choice. You're staring at home alone and all of a sudden your door slams shut. You see it before your very eyes and you know no one else is home, and it couldn't have been against the wind. What do you do? I like that. Someone you've known for many years but have no attraction to tells you that they've had a massive crush on you for a long time. What do you do? Tell them you're flattered but you're just not interested. So you're one of those types. I mean, hey, that's how you have to handle it, okay?
You can merge emails. I guess.
What? Which?
Just emails in general, I guess.
I don't. I mean,
I tried it
God.
before, but I didn't access the it gave me merge accounts.
oh, I've never done
Option.
that. I know
You
I can
see a
get, like,
massive
my
spider
email
in
from
your
one
room the
email
size
to
of your
another
hand.
email.
What do you do? Burn the entire house down. It's the only way to be safe. Huh. Your closest family member tells you that they're a serial killer. What do you do? Try to convince them that they need help. I see. If you found out that you only had one day left to live, what would you do? Just act like nothing happened. Alrighty then. If one of your pets started speaking to you and told you that they got a dire warning, that they were going to die if you didn't let them eat all of the ice cream in the freezer, what would you do? Go and lay down. I'm obviously way too high for this. Oh, lovely. If all of a sudden you could start hearing other people's thoughts and the person next to you was thinking about muggling you and stealing your money, what would you do? Tell them that you don't think mugging is a good idea. Sounds reasonable. Your best friend comes to you and tells you they just accidentally killed someone and they don't want to go to prison. What do you do?
So wait and check the email in 2 days for an update.
Aw.
Beggars.
Yeah.
You're driving in your car and you accidentally run someone over. You're pretty sure that they're okay, but the fact that
If
their
you
head's
had
clearly
the
detached from the
same
body suggests that's
numbers,
probably what's supposed to
the
be.
app should have
What do you
just
do?
changed it to it.
I'm watching you. Cool. Interesting how that played out. I think it's time we move on to the next portion of our test. The following questions shall be asked of you are would you rather style questions. Imagine that you've got a gun to your head and you absolutely must choose an answer, no matter how uncomfortable that may be. Let's get started, shall we? Would you rather be loved by all or feared by all? Loved. Would you rather never get angry or never get jealous? I'd rather never get jealous. Would you rather be held in high regard by your parents or your friends? Friends. Would you rather live in space or under the sea? In space. Would you rather donate your body to science or donate your organs to people who need them? People who need them. Would you rather go to jail for 5 years for something you didn't do, or get away with something horrible you did but always live in fear of being caught? Go to jail. Would you rather work at a horrible job that you hate but retire comfortably in 10 years from now, or would you rather have your dream job but have to work until the day you die? I'd rather have my dream job. Would you rather every shirt you wear will be somewhat itchy, or only be able to use one-ply toilet paper? One-ply toilet paper. Would you rather have skin that changes colors depending on your mood, or a tattoo appear on your body that depicts what you did yesterday? Color changing skin. Would you rather crap every time you orgasm, or orgasm
cool,
every time you see a dog?
Oh, yeah.
If your partner switched bodies with one of your
That'd be
parents, and the only
cool.
way to get them switched back was to have sex with them, would you rather have sex with a part in your parent's body, or have sex with a parent in your partner's body? What is wrong with you? Just answer the question. That one had no bearing on your results. I was just curious. I think I've answered enough of these questions, as I'm sure you'd agree.
Did you answer it?
Yeah, I answered the parent in the other person's body, because at least that way I'm not having sex with a physically 50-some-year-old person. We're going to end the test with a short series of final questions, giving simple answers. We'll get started now. Out of the following options, which number do you like the most? 7, 11, 3, 46. 46. Out of the following options, which color makes you feel the most relaxed? Black. Out of the following options, which creature are you the least comfortable around? Spiders. Which flavor is your favorite? Vanilla. Which do you personally value the most? Friends. Which could you most live without? Family. Get out of here. My family kind of sucks. I'm brave, caring, smart, I'm attracted. I'd say I'm caring. Which are you most afraid of? Living forever, losing my loved ones, dying alone, dying immediately after this test is finished. Huh. Dying alone. We're almost finished, but I've got one final question for you. Have you ever punched a nun? Oh my god. No. You really ought to try it sometime. It can really take the edge off. Alright, we're done here. I'm through with you. I'm just going to calculate your results very carefully. I don't want to miss anything important. Trying my absolute hardest not to judge you right now. Trying to keep things as professional as possible. Aha! Here we go. Based on what you've told me, I've come to a conclusion. This is what I personally believe would be in the best interest to acknowledge, set in motion, and accomplish in order to climb the ladder to happiness in your life. First and foremost, I'd like to start with a blanket statement that everyone truly needs to hear. Something that is taken for granted for far more than anything else in life. Something that has such an incredible, unique, irreplaceable value compared to any other thing in this world. And that, my friends, is the value of time. Time is the most valuable form of currency you will ever hold in life. You can spend time on anyone doing anything for any reason. Now, time can be spent, time can be wasted, and time can be taken away. But time can never be refunded, time can never be earned back, and more time can never be gained. Imagine a bank account with all the money you'll ever get to spend in life. Now imagine not knowing how much that money is in your account. Imagine going to the store one day to purchase something you really need and the cashier tells you, I'm sorry, but you cannot afford that. As a matter of fact, you can never afford anything, ever again. We only have so much time, and we have no idea how much or how little we truly have before our bank account runs dry. And the fact that we decide and choose what we spend our time on just shows you how truly special it is when someone spends their time on you. So now that we understand the incredible value of time, I'd like to make a suggestion for you personally on how I think you'd best spending your time in order to achieve what you need most in your current stage of your life. Let's see here. Okay, well, for starters, you're not what I'd call the most normal of individuals, and that is a dang good thing. You see, you're a survivor. You're the type of person who, when push comes to shove, would absolutely thrive and survive another zombie apocalypse. Not only that, but you'd be everyone's best friend. Not because they'd want to be your friend necessarily, but more because they'd have to be. You are an absolute ridiculous amount of value to bring to other people's lives, but the main issue here is, we're not in a zombie apocalypse. We live a fairly normal, mundane life, and as special as you'd be if the going got rough, your true potential doesn't have much opportunity to shine in day-to-day life. So how do we fix this? I'm glad you asked. For starters, we need to start seeking more thrilling adventures in life.
I'll be right back. Die.
Don't ever let fear stop you from pursuing epic adventures, because epic adventures is where you're going to thrive 10 out of 10 times where others will falter. My advice to you is to start investing more of your time seeking out different experiences that you've never been involved with before. If something makes you uncomfortable, don't shy away from it. Instead, jump right into it headfirst and say yes. If you can master the art of being comfortable with being uncomfortable, my entirely new world of opportunity is going to open up for you, and you're going to be living life to its full potential while everyone else is stuck in the mud. Once you figure out this part, you're going to be a hell of a lot happier in life. And I think you can already feel the truth in that. I think you'll be very surprised just how much of a positive impact this can have on your life going forward. I hope this information helps you achieve your goals. The secret word is survivor. Remember this world. It will come in handy. So I got order and I got survivor. Take the secret word that you assigned to you at the end of your session and leave in a comment. We'll be selecting some of you based on your answers to be included in the future projects we're currently working on. If you left your secret word first on the test of the horoscope, we've read your feedback and it's helped us construct this project, as well as the third installment of this test that we're currently developing. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be a part of history. This is a chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to take note of your secret word in the comments. If you do not wish to be part of the upcoming project, leave your secret word after your comment and we will not select your name. We appreciate any and all comments you leave and we will read them thoroughly. Thank you for taking time to answer these questions. I know they've been of some help to you, and if they aren't yet, it will make sense very soon. Trust me on that. One more thing. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We read every single review and comment left for us. We love the conspiracy theories behind the greater meaning of all of this. And in the third and final installment of the test series, all will finally be revealed. But not a single person has been able to figure out what this entire experiment is all about yet. We look forward to reading your thoughts and feelings as it helps shape what we do as we work on our future projects to bring the most emotion out of you. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects. The test psychological simulator, the horoscope, the atmospheric horror, the twins, the summoning, and naked news, offensive comedy. Interesting. We made a list of names of those who have supported our project along with the way, and we'll be continuing. Would you like to see them now? Warning, this is quite long. I'm good, sorry, but... So the test hypothesis rising, that is what that one is, and next up we have the last one. But before I go on to the last one, oh, whoops. I accidentally moved this, whoopsies. Huh. Before we do that, I'd like to take a look at the Steam page here and see what people have left. So, I got Survivor, Talented, Understanding, Survivor, Trust, Self-Care, Discover, Trust, Potential. So people got a bunch of different things, huh? Interesting. So it seems like there truly is like a lot of different I think a lot of these things seem to be very interesting, at least in my opinion. So the last one is the test, Final Revelation. And this is by far the most recent one, posted in October of 2020. Ooh, different music. Oh, gosh, I'm gonna turn that on. I'm gonna turn the background music down. Go back to Streamlabs, live scene. Let's see, screen capture is what I've been using for this, just because it seems to work better on this game. Okay, so this is the test, Final Revelation. Before experiencing the test, it is highly recommended that you play its prequels to the test and test hypothesis rising before venturing into this experience. We'll stand it. Okay, yeah. I've already played the test and the test too. Well then, let us continue. Please make sure that you answer each question with the utmost honesty and that you take your time to answer the questions presented. Even answering one question improperly may drastically change your outcome. You cannot go back to answer questions you misanswered, so be sure to take your time. This is of utmost importance. Ignore my roommates in the background. I know you can probably hear them. When the sun comes crashing down and the heroes fade away, when the darkness is all around and there is no light of day, I will come back for you so that you never feel alone. My spirit will push through. Your heart will be forever my home. And when the world spirals into abyss, I will be standing there. Your embrace so long I've missed. My soul, my love, I bear. And when every nerve has been left deadened, and every ghost has left its shell, I will bring you back to your heaven as you've rescued me from my hell. Nice poetry, huh? We're gonna start this off with a little poetry session, apparently. You know, just a little sickly poetry session. With everyone else in the call being AFK, pretty much. Oh, do we actually get to move? No matter what happens, I will always love you. Do you promise? With every ounce of my heart and each droplet of my soul, I swear to you, we're going to find a way out of here. So Choice was the person we were talking to in the first game, and Fate was the one we were talking to in the second game. The testing room. So who are we playing as? Ooh. Destiny. So we have Choice, Fate, and Destiny. I wasn't expecting you so soon. Though I knew that one day we would meet in this room. You see, closely I've been watching you, studying every breath and every move. A few of my former colleagues you may have met, and a slew of questions you've answered without regret. I may be similar, but unlike them still. I'll make you swallow the truth like a bitter pill. I will peel the emotion from your soul, and make you eat your feelings whole. The questions I ask may be hard to answer, but I will cut the truth from you like a cancer. Both of us know why you're here. To open up and cast out fear. To be as honest as you can. To take angel's wing or devil's hand. And in the end we both will know how to escape your undertow. Time is on your side, but mistakes are not. The standard questions lead to misery wrought. Take time to think before you decide. Dig deep for the answers that live inside. You may not go back, you may not return. Once a decision is made, into your soul it is burned. But before we continue, just know this. Your dishonesty would be very remiss. If your answers lack the guidance of truth, then your final destination will be rather uncouth. So with that being said, I need your heart's honesty. You can run from yourself, but you can't run from me. Now, let the examination begin. Do you ever feel like you just aren't good enough? Yes. Do you ever feel like you put more effort into friends or relationships than others put back into you? Yes. Do you feel like your life is going nowhere? Yes. It's called depression. Do you ever feel like you're trapped in a limbo? Once again, it's called depression. Do you ever feel overwhelmed by seemingly trivial tasks? Yes. Are you sometimes afraid of what your future may hold? Oh, definitely. Would you consider yourself to be a good friend? I'd like to think so. Are you afraid of death? A bit. Are you afraid of what might come after death? Honestly, not really. Do you feel as though you're wanted in life? That one's a bit of a harder question, because you never fully know what others want from you. I've described it to my therapist before, where you tell yourself, realistically, this is the answer, but your mind also tells you that this is the answer. What my mind would tell me, because of depression and stuff like that, is called no. But realistically, I know yes. There are people who want me in life, and there are people who would miss me if I were gone, so I'm going to go with the honest answer of yes. Do you ever feel like you just don't belong? Yes. Do you ever feel like a burden? Oh, definitely. Have you ever felt left out? Yes. Have you felt like a failure? Yes. Have you felt like you just weren't attractive enough? Yes. Have you ever worked yourself sick? I don't think so. Do you ever have racing thoughts throughout the night that make it difficult for you to sleep? Yes. Are you afraid to ask for help? Technically I was. I've already gotten help to a degree. Do you feel like people often criticize you? Yes. Do you ever feel judged by your friends or family? I feel like we all do. Do you ever wonder what your purpose is in life? I think we all wonder that. If you could turn back for any reason, would you? Probably not. Would you say that you have many regrets in life? I feel like we all do. Does meeting new people for the first time make you uncomfortable? Definitely. Does looking at your window at night make you feel uneasy? Yes. Do you sometimes double check that your doors are locked even though you're certain that you've already locked them? Yes. Hello, welcome back. Do you ever feel like life is moving too slow? Yes. Do you feel like life is moving too fast? Yes. Do you ever feel uncomfortable when you're home alone? Yes. Would you consider yourself to be a thoughtful person? I'd like to think so. Would you consider yourself to be superficial? I've always been kind of confused about what that means. Nara, what does it mean for somebody to be superficial? Nara? Cool, let's Google it then. What does it mean for a person to be superficial? Shallow, lacking in depth or solidity, superficial implies a concern only on the surface or obvious features. I assumed that's what that meant, but I didn't know, so the answer to that one would be no. Do you ever judge others by the way they look or dress? Honestly, yeah, I feel like we all judge that a little bit. Would you consider yourself to be high maintenance? No. Have you been bullied by someone you cared about? I don't think so. Have you been a bully to someone? I'd like to think I haven't. Do you try to keep a low profile to avoid attention from others in a crowded area? Yes, I do. Just ignore the dyed hair. Do you actively try to avoid visited places? Yes. Would you sometimes rather be alone than surrounded by people you care about? Yes. Does making phone calls make you feel uncomfortable? Very much so. Are you sometimes afraid to confront people even when they do something that bothers you? Oh, definitely. Do you feel uncomfortable when committing to definite plans in the future? Yes. Do you ever feel like no matter how hard you try, you just can't seem to stay motivated? That's called depression, my friend. Do you ever fear that you're failing those who care about you the most? Yes. Does driving a vehicle give you anxiety? Yes. Are you afraid of exploring new places by yourself? Yes. Have you carried an object around with you that made you feel more comfortable? Technically, yes. Does being around animals bring you a sense of peace? Yes. Do you sometimes believe your loved ones are lying to you when they say that they care? Yes. Do you ever feel like you push your loved ones away? I do. To a degree. Oh? I'm going to have to stop you here. The truth that pours forth is incredibly clear. I hope that you're being honest for your own health. You can try to lie, but you'll be cheating yourself. I'd like to move on to the next phase of the test. That was a very short phase of the test. A series of pictures to give your brain a rest. You're going to tell me what emotional response they bring out, which will show me what your mind is pondering about. So feast your eyes upon the art, and let me into that precious heart. For starters, what emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Chaos. What word do you feel describes this picture best? Manic. What do you think this picture is called? Celestial stare. Very interesting. Moving on. What emotion do you feel is most present in this one? I'll say depression. What do you feel describes this picture the best? Just like abyss talks demented life exotic. Abyss. What do you think this picture is called? Destroy your sense. I see. Next we have this one. What emotion do you most feel in this picture? This once again gives me chaos vibes. Space, planet, galactic. Galactic. What do you think this picture is called? Shattered Worlds. Noted. It gave me more a sense of time, but what do you think is most present in this one? I'll say numbness. What do I feel? It has to have been unknown. Let's say unknown. I accidentally clicked heavenly. Frick. Well, I meant unknown. Porthole. Now, how about this one? Ooh. I definitely think depression on this one. Because it seems abyssal. And this here. I'll say relaxation for this one. Prismatic. Forest of depth. I see. Now this one. Ooh. I'll say numbness. Planetary. We meet again, I guess. How about this? What do you feel? It's fire. So I think it's going for anger. It's interesting that you say that. How about this one here? I'll say chaos. Analyzing. Thought provoked. Now this one. Chaos. I feel like warp. Unearthed Heart sounds like a good name for this. Take a look at this. We're going with chaos. Puzzle. Cleaner zone. We're almost done. What emotion do you feel is in this picture? This is once again chaos. Most of these feel like chaos to me. Viscous. The sludge. Interesting choice. Let's see here. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Relaxation? The solstice. Slur blade. Alright then. Just a few more. What do I feel is in this one? This is relaxing. Sphere. Oh, what game is this? This game is called The Test. This is the final revelation. So the last one. In the first one we talked to choice, in the second one we talked to fate, and then in this one we talked to destiny. So ignore my voice, I am a little bit sick. What do I feel best describes this picture? I feel like warped is also a good picture. word for this. Verdant path. Let's go with that. Very good. Last one. What emotion do you feel is most present in this picture? Chaos. I can barely hear you, buddy, okay? I'm just a bit sick. So, yeah. I'm speaking a bit quieter because my voice is a bit Let's go static field. I think that about wraps it up. Your answers have been documented well. Deep in your subconscious they dwell. But I'm not finished with you just yet. There are still some more truths that have yet to be met. As a matter of fact, this is only the start. There's somebody vacuuming outside of my room. We will have a great deal of fun before we part. So let me challenge you on another level still. I hope your voice gets better. Thanks, man. I will pick your brain until I get my fill. This next set of questions will test your conscience more. And again, your honesty I do implore. Let us begin. 1 year, you're running a little low on funds to purchase presents around the holiday, so you decide to spend $1 and get everyone in your family a lottery ticket. Give each of them their own lottery ticket and wish them the best of luck. The drawing is held and one of your family members hits jackpot, but somebody who you don't really get along with and just bought a present for out of moral obligation. Plans to keep all the money for themselves, as they feel it was their ticket. How does this make you feel? That's the way life feels sometimes. Very well, ignore the vacuum in the background, I apologize. And what would you do in this situation? Let them be happy with their winnings. If the roles were reversed and you were given a winning lottery ticket, would you share the money with your least favorite family member who bought you the ticket in the first place? Yeah? I see. Now you're walking through a forest and you come across a black suitcase. Inside the case there rests $1 million. Alongside the money there lies a bloodstained note with only one word on it. The note simply says, "Don't." How does this make you feel? Scared. None of my business. What do you wish to do in this situation? Call the police and let them know about the suitcase. If the note wasn't covered in blood, would it change your decisions at all? No. Interesting. The devil appears in your room at night when you're alone and just about to fall asleep. He tells you that he has a special one-time offer for you. In exchange for your soul and internal curses, he'll let you choose from one of 3 glorious bargains. He has not told you what those bargains are yet. How does this make you feel? Suspicious. The devil then goes on to assure you that whether or not you believe in him to truly be the devil, he surely is, and to prove his point, he demonstrates magnificent magical prowess and drags you to hell for a split second before transporting you back to your bedroom. In that second, you could feel a lifetime of pain and suffering in the most unimaginable ways possible. He then goes to tell you that one of his offers for your soul is to see if you can strike a bargain. Which of these would you exchange for your soul, Andy? I wouldn't sell my soul to the devil. If the devil offered you a deal of some other kind, would you accept it in exchange? No. I see. Civilization is about to come to an end as plague sweeps the globes, turning everyone into perishes into mindless zombies who hunger for living flesh. You watch as everyone you know becomes gravely ill in turns, except for 5 of your closest friends and family. How does that feel? Scared and kind of sad and... Let's say scared. If you knew that a zombie apocalypse was coming in 10 years from now, and you could prevent it from happening, would you? Yes. Interesting. You've been working at a company for 10 years and you've been promised a very important and incredibly lucrative promotion. However, someone hired only a couple weeks ago has just been promoted to the position you were promised. Your boss eventually tells you that tough luck, maybe one day you get the position, and then you had to promote the other employee as a favor for a friend. How does this make you feel? Probably betrayed. You've also learned a few secrets about the company that could be disastrous if they were to escape, such as the fact that they haven't been properly reporting their income for the last decade. What would you do in this situation? Probably look for some new employment. If the roles were reversed and you were hired and promoted as a favor over someone, would you accept the position? I want to say no, but I feel like I probably would take it. You have to take every opportunity you can in this world. I see. Very interesting. You're home alone at night cooking food in your kitchen and you turn around to realize that someone is watching you through your window in the darkness. They have their face and hands pressed upon the window and they make direct eye contact with you before turning and running out of sight around the other side of the house. How does this make you feel? Anxious. I don't know what's going to happen. And what do you think you'd do in this situation? Lock the doors and call the police. If the face you saw in the window was the face of a supernatural entity and not a human being, would your interest change at all? No. I'm going to present to you with some potential scenarios. But I'm going to ask for more simplistic answers as a result. Here we go. You're not feeling all too well, so you go to the doctor. The doctor runs a series of tests and gets back to you shortly after to announce some grave news. It turns out that you've contracted an incredibly rare illness that there's currently no cure for. This illness causes complete body paralysis within 6 months of contraction, meaning that in less than half a year from now, you'll be rendered unable to move, blink, talk, or any form of expression whatever. You'll need to be kept alive on a feeding tube, and you'll no longer be able to communicate with anyone else ever again. You'll just be kept alive on machines in a vegetative state. Would you want to be kept alive in that state, or would you rather have the plug pulled when that happens? Pull the plug and let me die. How would you like to spend the last months of your life while you're still mobile? Spend it with my friends and family. There are diseases out there that you can put in some sort of unfortunate situation. Does knowing this motivate you to do things you've never done before and pursue more life? Or do you feel relatively unaffected by the knowledge that this could potentially happen to you and it doesn't change you from doing anything? Noted. You have a pet dog whom you've raised since birth. 3 years have passed and it's the best dog you've ever had. You love it like it's your own child, and then one day he runs away in the middle of the night chasing after a wild animal in the darkness. You search everywhere for your dog, but no matter what you do, you can't seem to make any progress. About a month passes, you still haven't seen any trace of your four-legged friend until one morning you awaken to the sound of familiar barking. You're outside to find that your elderly neighbor in these late 80s is out on the front lawn playing joyously with your dog. He's named the beast Johnny, and they seem to have having the time of your life. You rush over and hug your dog. He excitedly licks your face. Johnny's a good boy, isn't he? I lost him when I was about your age, but he's come back. Johnny hasn't come back, and we're together again. Come to find him out, your elderly neighbor suffering from dementia, recently brought on by his stress and the heartache of losing his wife, well, just a couple of months prior to finding your dog. The dementia has caused him to believe that your dog Johnny is his old dog from the childhood coming back into his life, making him happy and keeping him company. The dog seems to be in great shape, very happy and well looked after. You know that telling the old man that isn't really his dog, it's your dog, would break him and crush him. Would you break the news to telling him and take Johnny home with you, or would you let him keep the dog just to visit daily, just go playing frogs? I'd let the old man keep the dog. Is Mickey sad at all? Yeah, sure. Could you imagine yourself being in the old man's position, being so alone in life and finding one thing that makes you feel less alone, and potentially having to face it being ripped away from you once again? I can. Next question. Let's say you were viciously murdered by a serial killer. You fell for one of their traps as they lured you in and made their latest victim. Let's say you're also given a unique opportunity in the afterlife. As you return as a spirit to roam the earth, however, you are bound to 2 potential options and only 2. You can either choose to haunt your assailant and make his life miserable, hopefully foiling his plans to kill in the future and potentially save lives in the process, or you can choose to spend your time as a spirit amongst your still living family and friends, guiding them in positive ways to make their lives better. You're bound to whichever option you choose until your family or friends are no longer living or your killer is no longer living. You cannot choose both. Which one did you choose? Killer. Do you think that you have what it takes to drive a killer insane and push him over the edge? Honestly, no. Do you believe that this scenario is possible? No. If this situation happened to a family or friend of my family, and which situation would you rather them choose? I'd rather them try to stop any more killings. Next question. One night you go to sleep and get a good rest and you feel that it's the best sleep you've ever had. You wake in an unfamiliar room in an unfamiliar bed. You look in the mirror and you hardly recognize yourself. You look as though you've aged 20 years. There's a sticky note on the television that says press play, so you oblige the note and hit the play button to reveal a message that has been left for you by all your friends and family that are still alive and well, though they seem to be 20 years older as well. They explain to you that every single day for the last 20 years you've repeated the same day over and over. Due to a severe head injury, your memory doesn't last more than 24 hours, so each day when you sleep, all recollection of what took place the last 24 hours is entirely wiped. Your loved ones have made a video for you to let you have a say in your potential future. You have either the option of watching this video every single day so you know what's going on and continue to progress life even though you won't have any recollection of it, or you can choose to continue living as you have been, repeating the same day over and over, living in ignorant bliss. These are some interesting questions. I agree. Which would you choose? I'd rather live happily unknowing. Would you be upset if your family kept the truth from you for 20 years even though they felt like it was for your own good? No. If your best friend was in this situation, would you make a video for them telling the truth, or would you repeat every day exactly the same for them in order to keep them happy, never letting them know the truth? I'd probably let them live in ignorant bliss. I feel like that'd be a sucky truth to know. I'll take note of your answer. Through frantic, Jesus. Digging in the attic, reading old files and newspaper articles, you've come to find your parents are framed psychologists. You've also come to find that they aren't your real parents. In fact, they're not even related to you at all. From what you can gather through your new discoveries, the story tells of a young child who develops psychotic tendencies to a trance before murdering their parents in a tragic, brutal way. However, that child suffered so much trauma from the event of the loss of their parents. Once the trance had worn off, they repressed the memory of their parents' deaths, blocking it completely from their minds. 2 psychologists took in the child into treatment and performed studies against the child's knowledge, raising that child to be a fully functional adult while playing the role of child's parents to further gather data and potentially help the child avoid a terrible life in the process. You are that child. Would you resent your would-be parents? No. Would you be grateful that they gave you a second chance at life? Yes. Would you feel betrayed by the secret that they kept from you? No. Would you confront them about the articles you found? Probably not. If they were in your position, would you do the same for a similar child? Yes. Interesting. I have one final scenario for you before we move on. The end of the world has come and gone. All that is left are post-apocalyptic soldiers roaming the lands, combing through the towns and laying waste to any survivors in their path, in hopes of claiming their equipment for themselves in order to survive the harsh, barren wasteland known as planet Earth. You're getting the good with a large colony of soldiers. Spent about 6 months with them before they decide that you're not pulling your weight. In order to save the very few food rations they have left, they exile you from the compound and send you out to fend for yourself. You decide to venture into a neighboring town in hopes of finding food with what's left behind by raiders. It only takes you about a day and a half before you strike gold. A hidden underground bunker stockpiled to the brim with food enough to feed an entire colony for a year. Now you have choices to make. Would you go back to the colony and tell them about the bunker, or would you stay in the bunker all by yourself? Let's tell the colony. If you could choose to only tell some of the soldiers about the bunker and let them in so you could lead a new colony, but the exiled soldiers exiled the switch to exile. No. If you were to lead a new colony, would you build it based on savagery and raiding, or would you build it based on sharing and compassion? I'd like to raise it based on sharing. If you were the leader of the colony that exiled you, except it was you who exiled someone who also wasn't pulling their weight, and that person just so happened to find themselves in a situation, but they refused to share it with your colony, would you raid it, or would you let them keep what they found? Let's let them keep it. We exiled them. If we wanted to keep it ourselves, we shouldn't have exiled them. Very interesting. Well, that wraps up this portion of the test. But I need more from you now that before I allow you to rest. A choice here, a choice there. Which would you rather? Moral dilemmas abound from what I can gather. And you will answer them, and you will answer clearly, crisp, and concise. Will you be selfish, or is your conscience of ice? In just mere moments from now, we both shall see the difference between who you are and who you wish to be. Let us begin. Would you rather abandon the person you love most or be abandoned by the person you love the most? I'd rather be abandoned. Would you rather have friends in high places who you could get you everything you wanted, but they didn't necessarily care about you, or friends who couldn't give you anything, but they feel a deep personal bond with you? I'd rather have a stronger bond with someone. Would you rather find $10,000 and get to keep it for yourself, or find $20,000 but have to split it 4 ways with your closest friends and family? $20,000. Would you rather cheat on your partner but never get caught, or know that your partner was cheating on you but have no way of proving it? Cheating on. Would you rather get rich through illegal means or be poor and live an honest life? Let's get poor but live honestly. Would you rather press a button that kill your favorite pet, or press a button that would kill your favorite family member? Pet. Would you rather get fired from a high-paying job or have to fire your friends from a high-paying job? I'd rather get fired. Would you rather sleep with your step-sibling or sleep with your best friend's partner? I'd say step-sibling, just so that there wasn't any hurt feelings between me and my best friend. Would you rather save your best friend from certain death and let 1,000 strangers die, or save 1,000 strangers and let your best friend die? Well, it's 1,000 lives for one. Would you rather get free food for the rest of your life, or rescue a starving child from a third world country? Rescue a starving child. Well, technically, for the free food, couldn't I rescue starving children? Let's be poor, rich without family, or poor with family. If it's my current family, no. But I'm going to go under the assumption that it's not my current family, so let's say poor. Would you rather steal food for the rest of your life in order to eat, or steal enormous amounts of money from the wealthy but have to destroy the money? I'd rather do that one, because that would imply that I already have money to feed myself and stuff like that. Would you rather serve 4 years in the military during wartime, or move to a third world country and never be allowed to return home? Let's do 4 years. Would you rather always be traveling 10 miles above the speed limit, or 10 miles below? Let's do 10 miles above. Why not? Would you rather never have sex for the remainder of your life, or have sex every day in order to stay alive? Never have sex. Would you rather be addicted to hardcore drugs for 10 years to make a full recovery, or be addicted to alcohol for the rest of your life? Because, like, those hardcore drugs do a lot to you, man. Those hardcore drugs, like, but alcohol does a lot to you, too. I feel like either way, it would shorten my lifespan enough to where it's like, doesn't matter which one I pick. Let's say alcoholic. Would you rather live to be 200 years old in a perfectly preserved young youthful body and have to watch your family, or live to be 70 but die before your friends and family? I'd rather outlive everyone, I guess. Would you rather sacrifice all your friends in order to survive, or sacrifice both of your parents? Both my parents. Would you rather get acknowledged for the work you didn't do, or work hard for the rest of your life but never receive praise? Let's work hard. Would you rather punch a nun or get punched by a nun? I'd rather get punched. Would you rather lose all the money you've earned this year, or lose all the memories you've gained this year? Let's say money. Would you rather flip a coin for a chance to win 20, or immediately win 10? Let's try a $20 coin to flip. Would you rather know how or when you'll die? Let's know when. Would you rather be blind but be able to see crystal clear underwater, or be deaf always? Let's be permanently deaf. Would you rather give up all internet and social media but be able to travel the world for free, or have the best internet in the world but for free but never leave your house?
Wait. Ugh.
Let's do this. Would you rather walk barefoot across bed or pot coals, or walk barefoot through a pitch black, snake infested corridor?
Second.
I say second one because I'll just shuffle my feet, right?
You can.
I'll shuffle my feet.
What you want, Bonnie?
Would you rather be the judge who sentences people to death, or the executioner in charge of killing them?
Would you prefer a choke slam or
I'd be the
double
executioner.
elbow?
Would you rather have a witch cast a nasty hex on you so you'll always have bad luck, or be haunted by a demon intending
Please,
possession you?
I'll have a mic.
I'd rather
Yeah.
be haunted.
There's the Master Sword.
Would you rather be married to somebody incredibly beautiful who doesn't find you attractive, or be married to someone who you're not even remotely attracted to, but they find you incredibly attractive?
The fuck?
I'd
No,
rather
you're attractive.
marry someone. I'd marry someone who's interested in me. Would you rather work a higher job that you despise, or a low-paying job that you love? Low-paying job that I love. Would you rather walk 1 mile wearing nothing but socks, or be fully clothed and have to walk 100 miles to get home? 1 mile. Oh, wait. Ooh. I'll go 1 mile. Would you rather find $5 in your pocket, or have to grab $100 out of a public toilet? I can wash my hands. Would you rather have 100 of your favorite books but never watch a movie again, or have 100 of your favorite movies but never read a book again? 100 movies. I give up
Play,
books and movies.
motherfucker.
It's a game.
Ooh.
Would you rather always have be 20 minutes late, or 2 hours early? 2 hours early.
Like that.
Would you rather find a dead body, or be a witness to a deadly assault? I'd rather just find the body. Would you rather be able to change your past, or see what the future holds for you? I'd rather look into the future. Would you rather have one great friend or 100 mediocre friends?
Today
One
I'm
great
cleaning all
friend.
my fucking shit in my room.
Would you rather lose all your teeth or lose one day
Yeah.
of your life every
I've
time
been
you
just
kiss
hoarding
someone?
like Amazon boxes and shit.
Would you rather win the
But I've
lottery
been
and
too
lose the
lazy to
ticket
throw
before
it
you can
out.
collect the money, or see your worst enemy win the lottery?
Spring
Would you rather
break,
find true
yeah.
love or have your dream
Yeah.
job?
It's that
Yeah, my
time of
closet.
year.
My
I'll be
closet's
honest,
just
I'd rather
getting
say
fucking
true love.
It's
Would you
the
rather have a
Amazon
pause button for
warehouse
life or a
in your
rewind
room.
button?
in my
Rewind
room.
button.
Like I just have Rex
Would
and
you
Matt
rather
in the
drown to
back
death?
in
I'm
the
guessing
closet
you'll be
with
boiled to death in
forklifts.
water,
You
so
got
drown to death.
You got big
Would
box
you rather
in
make a
there.
new friend every day or get $100 every
Like,
day
I
for doing
work at
nothing but
Big Box
never
when I'm at
have
work.
friends
Now I'm at
again?
home. I'm still working at Big Box.
Would you rather die to save your family or sacrifice your family to save yourself?
Just in my closet. It was just so bad.
Would you rather always be hated by those closest to you for something you didn't do, or have to hurt everyone you care about but they'll never find out it was you?
I don't know what I'm gonna put in here.
I'd rather not actually know my
Whatever you
conscience
want.
is actually guilty. Would you have to sleep with your worst enemy or sleep with someone
I
you
don't
know
know.
has many incurable STDs? Sleep with my worst
I
enemy.
still have all my shit that I used to clean
Would you rather only
shoes.
eat food you don't like or give up all
Yeah.
liquids except
You
water?
still
Give
doing
up all
that or
liquids except
nah?
water. Would
Just
you
chilling,
rather
chilling.
always listen to music at max volume or always listen to
I
volume
just lost
music
interest.
just above the
But
lowest
I
volume?
think
Would you
like
rather
I've
meet
been
your
wearing my
hero or
shoes enough
find
for
out
them to
that
get
like you'll
dirty,
never
so
meet your hero
I
again?
could pick it
I'd
up
rather
and
never
clean
meet
my
them.
shoes again. You know?
Okay. Just
Would you
for
rather never
yourself,
have a
nothing
pet
else.
for the rest of your
Yeah,
life
so
or
you look
never have
nice,
friends for the rest of your
nice and
life?
new. Cause I mean I don't really scuff them or anything.
I'll never have
So
pets.
they're just
Container or
dirty.
whatever.
What?
Huh?
That container, that foil container that
Would
you
you rather
made.
live in
It's
excruciating
still
pain for
there.
the rest of your life or live pain free but everyone knows you?
Tiger,
Everyone you
you have
know
my
love will live in
Dr.
excruciating.
Blake
I'll be in
mask?
pain.
Yeah,
Thank
it's
you
up
for answering
there.
my questions. But we are
Send me
not
your
done
shoes,
yet.
Kazuki. I'll clean them.
We have made it through
Nah,
many
I don't have
categories
any
except for
shoes
one.
that need to be clean.
These final
So
questions will be
I usually
from
just
deep
throw
within.
them
I want
away.
to see your soul.
I don't need them.
I want to see your
Wow.
heart
Send it
That
to
is
beat
me.
quicken. I want to learn all that you know.
I got nothing that you can use to resell, bro.
I want, let's see. I want to see what
From
makes you
my
think.
research.
I want to know
Nikes
what
are
makes you
Nikes.
tick.
Yeah, Nikes are Nikes.
I
That's
want
like
to know your deepest
$15.
truths.
Yeah, but
I want to know what
20
makes you
bucks.
sick.
Depending on
I
how
want to.
shitty they are.
I want you to expel the truth from
you
yourself.
might
I
go
want to
into
feed on your
mud,
precious fate.
fucking snow,
That's fine.
water.
You can clean that.
I want to learn
scuffed,
of
like,
all you love and bathe in all your hate.
You know
So
what I want to get into
one
doing?
last time we sit together as we await the final
Fucking
revelation.
clay making stuff.
These are the last
yeah?
questions I
That's
have.
cool.
The last examination.
Be like
But I
one
feel
of
like
those-
it's another money sink
Take
too.
your time.
So
Do think hard.
Arts and
Savor every
crafts.
moment
everything's a money
dearly.
sink.
right.
But when I'm finally finished with
Just get
you,
a
you
3D
will see
printer.
it all ever so
Nah.
clearly.
I like
I
doing
don't-
it by
And
hand.
here,
Like,
we
so I'm reading
go.
this book, right? And
do you ever lie to those who are closest to you?
and
Yes, I
the
do.
author.
Have you ever hurt someone whom you
she's
know
talking
didn't deserve
about,
it?
like,
I don't
like
think I have.
staying
I'd like to think I
focused.
haven't. Have you lost
And,
your temper when you know you shouldn't have?
Like,
Yes.
if you have like a hobby and you're
Have you
pretty
intentionally hurt an
consistent
animal?
with it,
No.
and
Have you
it's
blamed
just-
someone
and
for
you're
something
so
that you know
focused
they
into it,
didn't
like,
do?
it
I don't
helps
think
you,
so.
and,
Have you abandoned a
like,
pet?
I lose
No.
interest too easily. That's my
Have you
issue.
abandoned a loved one in their time of need?
Right. Another thing he also say, like, you have
No.
to find like the passion. To,
Have you
like,
stolen something from someone that you
like,
cared about? No.
Stay with it.
Have you
stay
broken
with it.
something to
So,
spite
like,
someone that you cared about? No.
he would like talk about like,
Have you ever played the
alright,
victim in a situation even though
always
you hadn't
changing
been
your-
wronged?
like,
I don't
if
think I
one
have,
goal
no.
doesn't work, you
Have you ever
change
had
it.
romantic feelings for someone who wasn't your partner while you were in a relationship?
What
No.
if nothing's working?
Have you wished for death of someone who had wronged
Guys,
you?
Then
Fuck,
you're
right.
depressed.
Try
You're
a new
depressed.
goal.
Technically, yes. Have you wished for the death of a loved one?
Like jujitsu,
No.
sometimes
If you
I
knew
missed
that
it
writing
a
someone's
lot,
name on a
and
piece of paper
sometimes
could
I
instantly cause
don't
their death,
miss
would you
it
write down
because
anyone's name?
I would go to class. Or I mean,
Yes.
I missed a lot of classes.
Do you
but
feel
I
like you
still
could spend more
had to
time with
go
your loved ones
because
than you currently do?
I've been
Yes.
having ups and downs.
Have you ever owed someone an apology but refused to apologize to them?
There's my fucking gorilla glue.
No, I don't think so. Do you ever regret worrying too much
I've
about
been
things you can't
looking for
control?
this.
Yes.
I
Now
have.
it's time to
Do you ever feel like your
Now it's time to
negativity brings
jerk
other people
off.
down? Yes.
With gorilla
Do you ever
glue?
regret not standing up for yourself when you feel you've been wronged? Yes.
I don't
Do you
know
ever
what
feel like
that
you let others influence your decision making too much? Kind of.
one.
Do you
You see
ever
my
wish
new
that you lived a
pictures I
more
got?
honest life? Not really.
What do you got?
Has your dishonesty ever caused someone else to
Alright,
suffer?
where's my
No.
camera?
Have you ever had someone leave your life before they had the chance to tell them something important? Yes.
Hold on, give me a
Do you
second.
ever feel like you prioritize people in your life that are unworthy of your time? Yes. Do you ever feel like you prioritize your own wants
My
for
dirty
those who
room.
need you the most? I'd like to think no.
Give me a second.
Do you ever think
I
you
should
spend
clean
too
my
much
room
time working
too.
towards something that you're not truly passionate about? Yes.
God, go clean my
College.
room.
Fuck
Do you ever feel like you're
I
living
gotta
up
explain why.
Do you feel like
Hey,
you're living up to your full potential?
Question.
Not really.
You know those old electrical
Do you ever let your fears stop you
outlets?
from pursuing things you truly want?
Do those
Yes.
still work? Do you know?
Have you ever
Oh,
refused to try something
electrical
because you're afraid that you
outlet,
would
like, what
fail?
do you mean?
Yes.
Like the ones that
Have you ever
were
been attracted to someone but
installed
refused to
before
let
the
them know because
renovation.
you're afraid of being rejected? No.
Those still work, yes.
Do you ever feel as though you're chasing the wrong things in life? Yes.
Because some of them
Do you ever
look
feel like you
burnt
spend too much
out,
time
like
planning in the
outlet.
future that
Should
you
I,
ignore
like,
the
try to
present?
replace it?
No.
You want to replace it?
Do you feel like your friends and family like you more than you like them?
You want?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
Have you ever
Oh.
left a pet more than your
Oh,
family?
that's cool.
Yes. Do you ever make up excuses to get out
Trying
of
to get
going
rid
to
of some
events instead of
static
just
shit.
telling the person you don't want to go?
Cool.
Definitely.
Do we
Do
have
you ever
any
feel like you spend more
extras?
time with technology than you do
Yeah,
stronger
this is something
building
that's
stronger bonds with your friends and
sure.
family? Yes.
I gotta look for
Have you ever defended
my,
someone that you shouldn't have? Probably.
anchors. So I
Do you
could
feel like you have a hard time admitting when you're wrong?
mirror
Not
up.
really.
This one.
Do you ever place the blame for your personal
Oh,
failures on someone
oh,
or something
wow.
else? No.
How much
Have
that
you ever
cost?
accused someone of stealing something with no
$15.
evidence to back it up?
Oh,
No.
that's cool.
Have you had sex with someone you... No.
It looks kind of bootleg to me.
Have you ever had any kind of relation with someone you knew you shouldn't have? No.
I like the figurine with
You're afraid
the
of
big
being the one to
part
let
would
break up with
actually
someone.
move their elbow
No.
and joints.
Do you ever feel like you could take better
but
care of
I
your
don't
own
like
health?
how the joints
Yes.
are exposed sometimes.
Have you
They
ever
look
let someone
kinda
else take the blame for something that you
I
did?
see, sometimes
Don't
it's
think
kinda
so.
hard.
Have you ever acquired something that you don't really want just because someone else wanted
You
it?
got
No.
like a whole collection of fucking
Do you ever
Demon
feel like you're not
Slayer
living up to others'
characters.
expectations? Definitely.
Fucking Rengoku. This is
Have
my
you ever walked
best
on
one,
someone's
I
life
feel.
without
I
any
like them.
explanation?
It's
No.
20 bucks.
Do you feel like you
Have
focus
you
more on
played
the
the
negative
game yet?
aspects in your life rather than
No,
being
but I
grateful
watched
for
the
your
anime.
have? Yes. Have you ever witnessed someone being wronged and didn't have the courage to stand up for them?
Look really
Yes.
good.
And finally,
Kirby has it.
do you feel like you're a good person? Not really.
Look at
Very interesting.
Where's
That
your-
concludes
where's
the
your
ending to your
freaking,
examination.
cosplay
In your
outfit,
mind,
bro?
I have dug myself into in your mind, I've dug myself into a hole. I'll answer your answers very carefully, and now it's time for me to gaze
Sure.
into your soul.
That's cool.
This is preposterous.
$20.
This simply cannot be.
Jeez.
I've expected every
Yikes.
potential outcome, but yours seems to
I
have
got 'em
even
in
evaded me.
California. They have a
I was
like
prepared to tell you
a
your
market
fate,
there.
to play
Oh,
upon your
yeah?
fear,
What else you got out of California, huh?
to break the worst of news to you,
Pussy.
to plant the seeds of doubt within your ear. But as if I asked you to be honest with me,
$20.
I must in turn be honest with you.
Oh. Wait, is that
For as
art?
much as I wish to
Oh,
lie, I am forever
No.
shackled to the truth.
Saber from Fate.
From what I can detect from deep within, from everything you've shared with me.
I thought that one was a little
In return, I shall share this with you. This is what I
This
see.
from Sword Art.
You can be very skeptical at times.
Nah.
You're not easily fooled, and you're not
Where's the other one?
easily
Oh,
manipulated.
This is my only Funko
You're a lot
Pop
smarter
I've
than people
ever
give you credit
bought.
for, and a lot of this is due to situations from your past where you've managed to learn from, rather than choosing to
pull
be a
out of the
victim and
box,
fall
but
for the
I
same
think
tactics that
How
others
much
would
did it
fall
cost
for.
you?
You can truly be a guiding light to a lot of people. You can be an incredibly powerful figure in so many
Nothing, I
lives.
put 'em all in my duffel
You
bag.
don't even realize just how magnificent your gift is, do you? Now the biggest problem
I found
lies
this in my
within.
closet, and I don't
You don't
know
have a
who
bad
gave it
heart.
to me.
That's not necessarily the issue. The truth of the matter is you don't always feel like everyone deserves to be helped, even if you want to help.
It's the name on it, isn't it? Somebody
It's my
wrote
name.
something.
You need to be a bit more trusting and a bit more open-minded at times.
It's
You're afraid
just
of being
like right
hurt,
on it,
and
it just
though
left it
others
there
don't
'cause
realize
she was
that, you
gonna
guard
be
yourself
there.
and your emotions well at
I
times,
guess.
even
Look
if
it.
others don't
I bought
know
her
just how
this,
much you've kept
and I
hidden
was gonna
away.
ship it to her, but I accidentally put
You
my
don't have to
address.
trust everyone. You don't have to necessarily trust anyone, but it
And
would
look,
be of great help.
What a waste of money.
Kirby's been eating them.
What a
Here,
fucking
I'll do this.
He just goes, he's like, I noticed.
You can really, it would be of great benefit to yourself to give people a little bit more of a chance. You can really learn a lot. Overall, you're a kind-hearted, caring person inside. People don't see you the way you truly are, though. They don't understand how dark your mind can be at times. But, you know, you've got a high probability of helping a lot of people. Provided you're willing to share yourself and your abilities freely, open up a bit more. You're going to bless a lot of people by sharing yourself more. Your secret word is gift. Remember this word. This will come in handy.
Fucking shoe things.
If you received an ending that you've already received from Crave's examinations, remember, we didn't ask for a secret word prior to taking this test, so that should be very telling. It means something very special, and if your result was the same as something you've got previously, we'd like you to add the first 13 words to your next secret word in the comments. If you received an entirely new outcome, that means you've got multiple layers of things to work on in your journey. And we just have an extra layer of depth in your personality, but only you will know the answer to that. You've answered hundreds of questions. You've found deeper meanings. You've been enlightened, and you've helped others find enlightenment. Many people have wondered what the test series is truly about. But it's simple. The answers are always so much more simple than we have believed them to. The test is about
Yeah.
you.
I feel bad though, 'cause Choco bought it
The reflection in your darkened screen, the one who seeks the answers. The person who seeks answers. More than being about the answers, the test is more so about the questions. It's about making you think. It's about encouraging you to open up and admit that you're human. Just as human as everyone else. The test is about unity. The test is about compassion. The test is about bringing people together and showing the world that we're not so different after all. Look at all of the secret words that have been left in the comments. Look at all of those thousands of people who are just like you. We all feel so lonely sometimes. We all feel flawed. We all feel pain. But that's just because every single one of us is human. The world judges one person based on so many variables, but they're the most hypocritical set of variables imaginable. We judge each other, and we are judged ourselves by their peers who do the same exact stuff that they judge us for in the end. And that we judge them for too. You feel flawed because you are flawed. You feel afraid because you have the right to be. You feel overwhelmed because the world is overwhelming. Depression is overwhelming. Anxiety is overwhelming. Our problems are overwhelming. Suicide is an epidemic. We're losing loved ones before their time, and any one of us can fall into the hardest times in our lives at any given moment. We can lose everything we know and love instantly and unexpectedly. But one thing that we are not is alone. You are never alone. We are all flawed because we are all human. We are all scared because we are all human. We all fight these battles every single day because we are all human. And no, I didn't end up going to work because I don't know if you can hear me. I'm vibing right now. But you never have to feel alone in your fight. Look at all the secret words that I've gathered that match to yours. Look at all the words that don't match to yours. Perhaps those people are going through struggles that you have yet to experience, or know nothing about. And perhaps some others know not of yours. But don't judge those who are struggling. Help them, just as you'd wish to be helped in your time of need. Don't be afraid to ask for help, or reach out to those who are. Everyone is suffering. Some of us just suffer quieter than others. We are all in this together. The test series has helped bring so many people together and make so many people feel less alone. We've read your comments, and others are free to do so as well. We've read about how these games have helped you. We've read about how much positivity they spread. We've read how many people say their lives are forever changed, and I'll tell you one thing. Even if even one life were saved in the process of this social experiment, then it was worth conducting, and every single one of you that has left a comment is a hero. By leaving comments, you've helped spread the message out to others. You've helped spread a positive light in a very dark time for so many people, and those people have you to thank for it. There's so many people in this world who have nothing to do for others, and they'll continue doing nothing for others. They won't lift a finger to help others around them because they don't understand that some are suffering just as much as they are. They are too afraid to open up about it. But not us. We've all opened up quite a lot, haven't we? We were brave enough to answer these questions that so many people fear admitting to. We were brave enough to take a chance and leave a secret word as a symbol of our participation. And for that, Random's Studios likes to thank you by not only placing your name in the credits at the end of the game, so the world knows of your good deeds and the spreading the words and participating, but we also get another surprise for you. Everyone who's left a comment on our titles and continues to do so in the future titles will be put in the credits of our new massive project that we've been working on, but that's not the good part. We will also be going through and selecting names for those who leave comments on all our titles, putting the names right into the actual game and storyline, whether it be a special item, a piece of the lore, a character named after them, and so much more. Now, as far as your secret words go, your secret words will play a pivotal role in our new project. You will plug your secret words into different parts of our journey when they are requested of you, and you will alter the game in a way uniquely set to your specific words. This is an RPG where every choice matters, where every decision you make changes something about your session. This is an RPG that focuses on human emotion and the decisions we make and how those decisions make us feel. Keep an eye out in the future for our main project, Chasing Demons, where every NPC from all of our titles will be represented with a storyline and this world we get to see where they all tie together. I think they have already released that game, actually.
Just lie.
I could be wrong,
Why you doing it?
but I think they've already released that.
Wait, what movie was that? You ever watch
What did they say it was called again?
I didn't even
Chasing
think about
Demons.
that. 40 days, 40 nights.
Just lie, cause then she's gonna be sad, cause she's gonna
No, they haven't released that yet.
How old is she?
I'll keep an eye out for it though.
24.
Also, the test. I think she's on the. Yes, I am. Well, I'll get in VC once you're done streaming. I may go through food shopping though.
Not true. You know?
You helped shape it. You helped make it what it is. And we will be sure to continue to add more players to the lore and gameplay as we read more and more of the comments left in our titles all the way up until its official release. And again, to commemorate those who have participated across all of our titles, we'll periodically be selecting names from all of our titles. Thank you so much for everything you've done for us and everything you continue to do for the world. Take the secret word that's been assigned to you at the end of the session and leave it in a comment for us. We'll be selecting some of you to be included in future projects we are currently working on. Don't be afraid. This is an opportunity for you to be a part of history. This is your chance for you to be a part of something greater. Be sure to note your secret word in our comments. We greatly appreciate your feedback and support. We've read every single review and comment left for us. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for everything you do. Thank you for playing, and thank you for contributing your secret words to our projects.
It's kind of like a.
Oh. Are you moving there or is she moving here?
It'd be better if I moved.
If any of these games saved even one life, it was all worth it, and that means you're part of that. You're part of things. I think
Right.
we just read this.
They
Yeah, we
would
just read
wait
this.
for me,
Right.
technically.
Does she work?
Not at the moment. Do I work? Barely. But I have a job.
Because then again, you won't get.
We didn't read exactly this, but we read something very similar to this, so
One, the other
keep a
one
hold of your
was
secret words. You're going to need them for when you're chasing demons.
won a card, and you gotta get a place.
I will peel the truth from your flesh like petals from a blackened rose. She loves me.
You're just going quiet. He's in
Don't
his room?
do this.
There's no room.
Yeah.
She loves me
Bro,
not.
stay in tiger room and then you gotta get out the fucking bed.
She loves me.
He's actually
Please,
thinking about it.
I beg of you.
But you gotta fix
She
the
loves me
door.
not.
The doors.
There's no pussy if you're going. You
God.
don't want that. You want pussy,
She loves
you
me.
Fix that door.
She loves me not.
You're just gonna hear the creaking in the fucking
She
house.
will never love
It's
a
like
monster like you.
doorway is like, what you guys doing?
So let her choice take its toll.
No, I'm
And in
not
her
doing.
cell,
Why can't you watch it
May
on your fucking laptop like
she
Tigers does?
rot.
Why is it so hot?
Turn on the air.
No, it's too early for that.
Vend your own air.
Made a list of names for those I cannot see this. And this is
Oh shit, my battery. So you're streaming?
yeah.
You're talking like all this stuff.
I just turned you guys down. I'm not gonna lie. I turned you guys down on the stream.
Okay.
I didn't turn you guys down for me. I just turned it down for the stream so they could hear what I was reading. Don't worry, you're good.
And Biden is
Ending soon.
Yeah, we finished our stream.
Wow. It's only been like less than 2 hours.
I'm curious. Let's see what other people got for their secret words on this game. Integrity, revelation, appreciate, fantasy, deserving, accomplished, loved. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. Oh, why are you calling me that? Kathy, why do you do this to me?
Tiger's calling you?
Yeah,
I'm not calling you.
not Tiger's Kathy.
She just sees a K. She's like, yep, that's me. Boom. It's Aura. Wow.
Keely, we're streaming.
We're ending the stream. What
We're
do you
ending
mean?
the
Oh
stream.
shit!
So I got order, survivor, and then gift. What does that mean?
Tiger, there's a new
Huh.
pizza at Domino's.
There's always a new pizza at Domino's.
It's Brooklyn style.
I think they already had that.
It's
Well,
bad.
dude, Kirby ordered it and he said it was really good.
Yo, look, banging.
Go get it. Aren't you like on a gluten diet now?
Yeah, so Too bad.
Yeah.
So that was these games.
I'm still working on trying to find out what kind
It's
of
been
gluten
interesting.
free stuff I could have. So there's certain beer I have to get
I will probably be eating soon because I'm actually getting very
Why are
hungry.
you in a gluten diet? What's beneficial about it?
is to help with my psoriasis.
But